Just very, very quickly, of course, as you all know, the ICC World Cup championship has started last night. New Zealand and Sri Lanka kicked off, and Sri Lanka won the toss last night and decided to field. New Zealand scored 331 for 6 off their 50 overs, and Sri Lanka, in reply, 233 all out of 46.1 overs. So New Zealand winning there. We'll be taking a look at the rest of the fixtures. There's a massive, massive fixture coming up between India and Pakistan in the early hours today. I'm sure there's lots of people out there getting ready for that right now. They'll probably be sleeping in so they can stay up late to watch it from tonight. But we'll do a rundown of the fixtures in a short while. And of course, it is FA Cup weekend as well. But before we go any further today, very, very special treat for all of our listeners. And for many, many years now, while I've been broadcasting on radio, I've had this young family that have always on most Saturdays called in. And I think many of you have heard me mention her name many times. Little Natalie and her brother Alistair in the studio with me. Dad's also with us. So Dad, thank you very much for bringing Natalie along. And her brother is Alexander, and you've left Alicia at home. So good morning to you, Natalie. Come forward and say hello to everyone for us.
Hello.
Hello, and thank you very much for coming in. I know you promised me a long time ago that you'd come into the studio and play the violin for me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you a little bit nervous?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, that's what we like, is pure confidence. So Natalie is going to play us two little pieces. We're going to start off with, what is it, a slow one first or a fast one?
I'll go with the slow one first.
She's going to go with a slow one. And is this a little bit romantic?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, because it's Valentine's Day as well. So for all of our listeners who are out there and they're celebrating Valentine's Day, this is especially for you from Natalie. So Natalie, take it away for us. Go on.
Woo!
Absolutely fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. Let's give you... That's a round of applause for Natalie. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to ask, Natalie, will you tell all our listeners how old you are, if you don't mind?
I'm 10 years old.
She's only 10 years old. So can you believe it? That was absolutely fantastic. I love it. What's that piece called you just played? Do you know?
Pastoral.
Pastoral. Well, thank you very much for that. And you've got one fast piece you said you've got to play for us?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that right now as well?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, here we go. Natalie, once again, live for us in the studio. What's this piece called before you play it? Tell me.
The Witch's Dance.
The Witch's Dance on Valentine's Day once again. This is special for all of you out there. So quickly grab your partner and say Happy Valentine's Day. Witch's Dance by Natalie. Here we go. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. That's
Fabulous.
brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. 10 years old. And how long have you been learning the violin for?
6 years.
6 years. And do you play at school as well, or
Yeah, we have lessons on Thursdays.
on Thursdays you have lessons at school? And
Yeah.
do you play like in an orchestra there, or is it just a few of you in a classroom that
Yeah,
play?
just a few.
Okay. Before you go, do you want to say hello to anyone before you go? You can say hello to your
hello,
mum
Alex,
and
Lucia, and Mom.
mum. Has you got any friends that might be listening in? No.
A bit of a surprise.
Bit of a surprise. Okay, we wasn't. And obviously, you want to say hello to your dad and Alex.
Yeah. Hello, Dad and Alistair.
They're on radio as well. So thank you very much for that. Absolutely wonderful. It's Valentine's Day as well today. So do you know if there's any special treats happening at home today, or is it all hush hush and secret?
Hush, hush.
Oh, it's all hush hush. So we won't say anything more about Valentine's Day. But Natalie, honestly, thank you very much for coming in, and thank you very much to your entire family, of course, to your dad, and to your brother, and to your mum, and your other brother and sister who are at home. I know you've always listened into the show, and you've always, most Saturdays you call in, and you always have a bit of a laugh with us when you call in. And of course, this is G. You see, she's been very well behaved today. She's normally very, very naughty and mischievous, but she's been very well behaved today. And thank you very much. What school do you go to before you go?
Linden Green Junior School.
Linden Green Junior. So everyone at Linden Green Junior who's tuned in, all the teachers and all the pupils, hello to you as well, and good morning. But thank you very much. That was Natalie. Absolutely fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. What can you say? 10 years old and all that talent already. You never know where it might end up in the future. But we hope, of course, that it is somewhere where we'll always be able to look back and say, well, Natalie came on my show many, many years ago. Now look at her now on a big, massive stage. Hey, thank you very much, Natalie, indeed.